Drop the brace.
Hey guys, Mike here from Fullhousers, and welcome to another part of my Road to Max Cape series. It has been a while since my last one, but a lot of things have been going down, and a lot of technical things have actually happened to me, which have caused this to get pushed further and further away from when it was supposed to be like 2 weeks ago. But finally, I am going to record it and put it out there. So I'm going to first tell you about some of the issues I've been having. One with my internet service provider, that is Mediacom. They really do suck dick. I cannot get them to fix my internet because they keep saying it's something wrong with the house connections, and it's not. They've replaced everything in the house. It's something on their end. They will not believe me, so I have to keep hammering it into them that it is their fault, not mine, because everything in this house has been replaced so far. So, other than that, there have also been issues with my computer. A little while back, my computer exploded. Kinda. Not really my computer. Something in my computer exploded, and it turned it off. So, I opened it. I thought it was my processor. I was gonna hate it if it was my processor, but it wasn't. It was just my graphics card. So, my graphics card blew one of its caps, and I had to put the old one in. That's why this video is a little bit slower than some of the other ones, or at least frames per second wise. You can kind of tell it's stuttering a little bit there with all the people, and that is because the old graphics card is not as strong as it was previously, the last one I had. But another thing is like the lighting is different here, and that is because currently there is a glitch with Bloom and the new lighting system if you put it on high for some reason. And it's only if you get a new cache. If you have the old cache, you're still able to use it. And I also think it doesn't affect NVIDIA cards. So if you have an NVIDIA card, I think you're pretty much good. But a lot of people have been seeing the black tipped grass, and if you have Bloom on, it turns it into some acid trip or something. So that's why this looks a little bit different. But other than that, we're going to go ahead and get to what I have got done in the past few weeks, because there is a lot of it, and I don't want this video to run on too long. So I'm just going to explain it while I sit here and fish rocktails and send it away with my magical Champions tackle box. And then we're going to go talk about what we're doing. We'll just get right into what I accomplished a few weeks ago. Starting with 90 agility, I got this. Most of it was from the bonus XP before Hadean Skull. I actually got it with some stuff from the World Event 2 while it was still going, because agility was, super annoying, and I went ahead and threw all the experience I could into that. Then I got 90 thieving, which was really easy because plunder is really fast XP, and I enjoy plunder personally. Another thing that made it quick is that I was able to watch AGDQ, Awesome Games Done Quick. They had a 5-day long stream. I watched plenty of that, pulled it to the side, and did plunder while I did that. If you don't know what AGDQ is, you should look it up. It is awesome. They have all of their speed runs documented on Twitch, and you can watch them even though the event is actually finished. So if you like speedrunning, or if you like video games in general and need something to watch while you play RS, go look up AGDQ. Not long after I got thieving, I got farming. I was doing U-trees every day, and it was slowly building up. But I did finally get farming done, and it was a very nice, 90 to get out of the way, since farming is one of the slower skills if you don't use warbands. And I typically use herblore for my warbands, so I don't really have to worry about farming too much. And then the one after it was construction, which was not a problem at all because the World Event 2 gave me pretty much 85 to 90 construction free. Didn't have to buy any of the planks, even though I did have the planks banked for 90 anyway, so I actually have a lot more extra planks that I can save up for bonus experience if I decide on using that. But I'm not 100% sure what I'm actually doing bonus experience weekend yet. Double XP, I guess, is what it actually is now. But I'll figure that out when I get there. Then I also got 90 mining. 90 mining was not an issue at all. I pretty much never mined at Living Rock Caverns. I pretty much only did mining in the Citadel when I was capping, or when I was doing my red sandstone every day. I always took a urn with me, and it gave me a little bit extra, and that adds up over time. So mining is not going to be a big problem, because even if I have to, eventually I will have to go to Living Rock Caverns and get all the experience, it's going to be no problem because it is kind of AFK, and Right there is an example of my internet descene. So if you can still see my lobby, that is my internet descene. So one sec. Okay, so as I was saying, once I actually have to go and mine at Living Ark Caverns, I won't have to worry about it too much. They did make a recent update where you can hold the button so you can drop items instead of having to spam click the drop button, which is very nice, and that's going to help when I do get to mining. So one that is not a 90, but I did get something very nice, and that is 95 Prayer, so that unlocks Turmoil, Anguish, and Torment, and it just helps my DPS so much more. Now all I need is overloads. Oh wait, I actually got overloads too. I don't think I recorded it because it's not really a milestone in my opinion, but I got 94 Herblore, which allows me to use the emissary boost from the emissaries to do a +2 on Herblore for 30 minutes a day, and I used that to make overloads. So yes, I have overloads now, and it's very nice to go and do bossing without having to, rely on my extremes and never get to hit my max hit, basically, since extremes last like 2 seconds before you lose your max hit or something. Whatever. But I did get that. The next skill I got was 90 smithing. I got that at Artisan's Workshop using Addy Bars 1. I didn't want to use Addy Bars 2, even though it's more efficient. I would rather actually use the Addy Bars 1 and save me a little bit of money. And I'm actually glad I got that out of the way now instead of waiting for it to get to a double experience because, oh my lord, the prices on those things have skyrocketed. So I bought it early, and I'm glad I bought it early. A few days after smithing, then I got my 90 Hunter. 90 Hunter was mostly gotten from Big Chin. Doing that every day is a nice, healthy chunk of experience, and I got the rest of it from Chronicles from Divination before they nerfed them. At the moment they nerfed them, so it looks like I'm going to have to go back to doing Big Chin every day along with Jadinkos. But I haven't really got into Jadinkos so much. I did a little bit of the lower ones, but I haven't got to Draconics, and I heard Draconics are way less split your wrist kind of hunting. But I guess I'll see when I get there. And the last real, accomplishment, I guess I should put, is 90 div, and that makes it 90 plus. So after reading off all those 90s that I've got in the past few weeks, and only like 2 or 3 weeks actually, I finally get to say I am 90 plus along with 2400. I don't know if I'm 2400 in that div clip, but I did get 2400 at or around that div level. So I can get into the 2400 world, I can get 90 plus. I'm very happy with how much this account has, progressed over the last few months. And it is even going to just get further and further progressed because especially with bonus experience weekend, I'm going to be able to get a lot of annoying skills done over that, or at least a lot of annoying skills further to being completed. So that's all the skills that I have done. Now we can talk about the things that I have been doing and plan to do. So at the moment, the last few days, I have been doing a shit ton of Slayer because after doing a whole bunch of AFK skills, you just want to go and do something that's not AFK, and Slayer is so much fun now. I've been having a blast. I've been doing boss tasks. So when I get a Black Dragon task, I do QBD. When I get Aviancies, I do Armadillo. Greater Demons, you do Zami. And I haven't got to DKs yet, but when I do get a Dagannoth task, Bob is going to teach me how to do Dagannoth Kings. And then maybe I'll have some fun doing those as well. But I guess I have a few things that I can show you from doing the Slayer so far. I have this picture of my QBD task when I did 80 QBDs, and this is what I got from 70 of them. So it's in this bank pick. It's plus 5 mil for the other 10 because I got really lucky when I got like 3 pieces back to back to back on those first 10 kills. So I made around 30.8 mil on that one task of QBD, which was very nice indeed. And then I have a few pictures from Armadillo. I don't have all of them, but I have a couple. So the first task of Armadillo I did get an Arma chest plate, which was my first God Wars item ever soloed. So that was my first item, and I was very excited about that. And then for my second task of Armadillo, as you can see by this kill count up here, it was 1 kill, and I get an Arma hilt. And I was just laughing when I got it because I couldn't believe it was first kill. And then when I looked up the price, thanks to the EOC beta coming out and everything with all the, spec for the Armadillo Godsword, That sold for about 19 mil, so that was a very nice drop. And then towards the end of the trip, I also got Armadillo gloves, which are pretty decent as well, at around 5 mil. So another 30 mil task almost was pretty. 2 back-to-back days of 30 mil using Slayer was extremely, extremely nice. So I spent around 40 mil to get those overloads, and I'm back up to 60 thanks to Slayer. So if anybody tells you that Slayer can't make you money, they are dead wrong. As long as you do bosses and do something that you enjoy with Slayer, and even if you don't, you can still make a decent amount of money doing Slayer just with off drops sometimes. You just have to take the effort to actually pick them up, Connor. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. For what I plan to do later, I'm still going to be doing some Slayer. I think I'm going to get up to 95 before I even consider taking a real break from it. But some of the other things that I have planned, especially for Double Experience Weekend, plan to get as much crafting done as possible since it's going to be Double Experience and crafting is the most expensive skill at the moment. I want to get that over with as quickly as possible. I probably won't get 99, but I'll get up in the 95 or some region. I have a lot of that banked, and I'll just keep banking more every day with my daily battle staves and my red sandstone. Farming, I got to start working on again. I stopped doing farm trees for about a week, and now I've got back to it, so I'm going to get back to that. Big Chin, I still got to do every day. Then we get right into some things like the AFK of fishing, cooking, and fire making. I'm probably going to get those 99 really soon. Speaking of 99s, I did get 99 HP. I forgot to, point that out in the video because I didn't get a clip of it. I completely forgot that I was getting 99 HP and it just kind of happened. So that was a bad deal for that. But my next 99 is probably going to be defense. It's getting really close, and I pretty much train everything using defense now. Once I get 99 defense, I will turn off the defense training on magic and range. But once that rolls around, I'm not so worried about getting 99s in combat anymore. At first, I was pretty worried that I didn't want to get a bunch of 99s in combat and then have to keep training them for other skills to make money. But at this point, I really don't care. Extra experience is extra experience. I mean, I just got 99 HP a few days ago, and I'm already 14.2 mil. So it's just something I'm not going to be able to control so much. One other skill that I do plan on training in the coming months will be dungeoneering. The way I do plan to work on dungeoneering will be, I'm going to get my friends, we got a group going for DG every so often. I'm going to try to get to 110 as quickly as possible. And then we're going to take another small break, a couple weeks or a month. And I'm going to come back and do 115 and take another break. And then I'm going to go get 120. I will probably get 120 before I even max, but I don't want to say that and then not get it. Either way, I will be getting 120 probably before half the year even gets by, depending on if my internet stays up, depending on if RS stays, fun to me. Sometimes RS just isn't fun. But once I take a break, I usually come back and RS is just that much more fun again. So it's all dependent on how I feel and how things go, and also real life things. Real life can fucking kick you in the balls sometimes, and it's just terrible. And I guess one last thing I will say before I go is I am very close to a lots counter, and my very first lots counter, and I'm not sure what I should do after it. Should I keep the lots counter, or should I go for making another one? I don't know. What do you guys think I should do? Should I get rid of it and go to another one? I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, that was a lot of stuff to cover. As for a bank pick that I said I would probably do every month, and then I would do a bank check every even month, I'm not going to do the bank pick this month because it's already like a week into this month. So I'm just going to do the full bank check at the end of February. It will be a very nice bank check, I assure you. There has been a lot of progress on this account, and that has been a lot of money added into. Even though I've spent a lot, I have a lot that I just banked and I haven't spent. So you may be surprised at how much this has actually come along. Plus, I'm going to be getting more when I do more boss tasks on Slayer, and that will get me a lot more money as well. But thanks for watching, guys. Sorry this took so long to get out, and I hope you enjoyed it. And until my next video, this is Mike from Full House RS, and I'll see you next time.